So, when I recorded my last vlog, report on Kakkoi Con, I wasn't expecting the response I got. In fact, I was expecting, like most of my videos, for no one of any import to ever watch them and for it to quietly fade away into the night. I was wrong. You see, there was a brief shot in my last vlog in which I make a small comment about MixBeat Productions. They don't seem all that happy about it, though. I wonder why. Apparently my video made it over to the Minnesota Vibe forums. Now, here Chris J mentions that he was my neighbor for the first 2 hours. Now, apparently, according to him, OMG, that is funny as hell. Well, you can't, without an apostrophe, please everyone. And if it's him and his friends that we didn't, so be it. He was actually my neighbor the first 2 hours we were there. I guess he didn't, again without an apostrophe, understand what a party room was supposed to be and decided he should move away from our, A-R-E, room. Chris J. I'm assuming this is the gentleman I spoke with out of their room party while I was there, and his grasp of English is pretty much proving exactly what I thought about him in person. When his friends, Dr. Teeth, apparently, and the Kid Wicked, also known as KJ, I think I'm pronouncing this right, Meath, decide that I am a wanker and I should eat a dick. Chris, our friendly former neighbor, then responds, "You know, I was nothing but nice to that guy all weekend. We actually tried to accommodate him and his G-friend." I'm assuming he meant to abbreviate for girl, and is unable to type the 2 extra letters that are more than G dash, but yes, he has a girlfriend. Apparently he's surprised. Maybe he thought I was cute. We moved our stage in the suite to the other side of the room, and when that didn't work, we helped him find a different party room to sword fight in. Now, none of that really makes sense as a sentence. Now we come to the coup de grace, where Funk E Tendency replies, "That guy is a major cockstain. Go to the main site he webmasters and look at the other stuff he said and what I told him." But that brings us to what happened next. You see, at that point, they decided to come over to my site, trhonline.com. And he left me a nice little message. Now, admittedly, when he came to talk to me, he was a little more mature than referring to me as a cockstain in a public forum. Let's see what he said.
First and foremost, it is extremely unprofessional for you to slander someone or a company online like that. We were specifically hired to run sound for the main stage, and we also rented a room in the designated party area. Before renting it, we attended a sit-down meeting with Ryan and Sam. We told them what we were planning on doing in it, and they did approve. Also, neither hotel or convention security had a problem with our room. We tried to accommodate you, but I think you thought we were kidding when we offered to allow you to set up some of the games in there on Saturday. Since your main concern was that they are rhythm games, people would not be able to hear them. Why not set up a projector in our room as well and run sound through our 2 speakers that were running there? As for the non-convention goers that made the vibe bad, we had nothing to do with that. Everyone that we promoted to was told this was a convention, not a party, and that they needed to pay to get in. Now, once again, I am sorry that you and your girlfriend were upset. But we were hired, had approval, were paid to be there, bought a suite for the weekend, and offered other ways to accommodate you. So upon having all that cleared up, try to get more information about something before you go and vlog about to make yourself feel better. Any other issues that you may have, feel free to take them up with us at www.mixbeatproductions.com. Signed, MixBeat.
Okay, couple things. First and foremost, it is extremely unprofessional to call me a cockstain. I'm just saying. Secondly, if you read if you go to the page and you read that particular paragraph, it is talking about a list of things that bothered me. Not all of this was being laid at MixBeat Productions' feet, although they were mentioned by name. First off, the running a room party that loud in a hotel room. I've been going to conventions since I was very small. And by small, I mean under 6 feet tall, so 15. And I will tell you that as a person who's been running a convention for a while and has been attending conventions, run room parties, and some of them can get pretty rowdy. I love MarsCon just for that, and but all that in mind, I have never been in a situation where there was that loud of a room party allowed to set up. Now, if you got permission from Samantha and Ryan, then fine. Then that particular problem, I lay at their feet. And if that's allowed again, then I have an issue. But then my problem there is with them. As you notice, the particular title on that was Music, Loudness, and MixBeat Productions. So if you're saying that we got permission, then my issue with that particular point is with whoever gave you permission. If that makes sense. After that, most of my complaints, specifically about MixBeat, have to do with the attitude of a particular. I guess his name is Chris. He seems to be the person, according to your own forums, who talked to me. When he made comments, I mentioned my girlfriend was getting a headache from the loud thumping music. I was also getting a headache, but she had one at the moment, and she had left. Now, the response to this was saying, "Oh, don't you hate it when women are like that?" Chris proceeded to offer Valium for her. You see, that's a controlled substance. Now, I'm a convention director for No Brand Con. Okay? I set up an event like Kakkoi Con every year. We bring in people to do sound. If I had known at any of my conventions that someone who I had hired to brought in was offering a controlled substance to one of my patrons, that would be an issue. Now, I don't know what Kakkoi Con's decided to do about anything, but I know that I've communicated this to staff. You don't do that. That's just stupid. I could ramble more, and in fact, I did, and I'm cutting it out. But you'll find more about this on my website at trhonline.com, right below this if you're watching it there, and that's where I'm going to cut this off.